Hello, my friends. My name is John Eagle Freedom. I'm a businessman, but most of all, I'm a father, a husband, and a health guardian. And I want to introduce myself when I was 60. The picture of me with the obese belly is a picture of me when I was 60. A picture of me on the opposite side is a picture of me 30 days later when I took full responsibility for my own anatomy. Most of us treat our bodies as trash cans instead of temples. We have two major problems in the world today, and as a business efficiency expert, you have to identify the problems. The biggest problem we have is not a problem, it is a symptom. It is the economical tsunami of financial chaos in the world. The second one is the healthcare budget that is approaching $3 trillion. And 90% of that budget is spent the last 30 days of a person's life. That is a problem. I'm going to take this picture and lay it down. The reason being is it's not about me. It's about us. It's about you. It's about our grandchildren. Do you know that conventional medicine does not solve a problem? Why would we put our hands in a healthcare profession that prospers by us remaining sick? You know, adult onset diabetes, and the picture that you saw, I had blood sugar of over 500. I was a type 2 diabetic. And other symptoms that compound that problem was impotency, and 40% of men in America right now are impotent. I'm no longer impotent, and I was even thinking about getting an affidavit from my wife to testify against that. But let's get to the reality, the facts. We have 300 million people in America, 300 million. 60% of those people in America are addicted to drugs, pain pills, medication. There's only 40% of Americans that are drug-free. This is a big problem because the drugs don't eliminate a problem, they only mask the symptoms of the problem. And with that being said, I want to use an analogy between the automobile and the body. The designer of the automobile has put everything together so it gets us from point A to point B. Well, the creator that created our body put our body together in similar fashion. You have in an automobile, you have a radiator. Well, in comparison, we're water beings, and you have to have water in your body. 1/2 ounce of water for every pound of body weight. And you should have the proper drinking protocol. You should drink your water when your feet hit the floor in the morning, and drink your water 30 minutes before you eat, and 2 hours after, and possibly drink your water before 6 o'clock. Now, that's just the radiator in our body. It's a cooling system. Now, your blood can be the river of life or the river of death. And if you don't have proper water in your body, with a 2% dehydration, you can lose up to 20% of your mental capacity. In your automobile analogy, what happens if you put the wrong fuel? What happens if you put sugar in the gas tank? Sugar it paralyzes your immune system for 5 hours every time you ingest it. Let's look at the oil, the lubricants in the automobile. If you don't have the proper lubricants in your transmission or in your motor is going to seize up. What about your brain? What about not only having the water in your brain, because your brain is 90% water, but how about having the proper oil? The proper oil, from what I've learned, the best oil to cook with, if you're going to cook, is coconut oil. The second oil would be olive oil. Stay away from the oils that are manufactured that are going to cause your body problems. The biggest problem, other than not knowing about the anatomy, and I say that kindly because we know more about the other side of the moon than we know about our own anatomy. So if you have any health issues out there, diabetes, heart problem, cancer, the big C, It's not only a disease, it's a malfunction of the immune system. Now, what we're going to be talking about here is how we can make the transition from sickness and disease to a new paradigm of health and wellness. And I'm all about health, not only physical health, but financial health. Because if you're not healthy physically, you have no wealth, because you spend your money on whatever drugs or medication or surgery, or you spend your money on buying an imported casket to put you in the ground prematurely. And this is unnecessary. We've all lost loved ones. Most of us have lost body parts. And if you're missing body parts, you're doing something wrong, because they didn't give you, with the body that you received, they didn't give you any extra body parts. So you want to retain the ones that you have. The health issue, I love to talk about that, and I'm nominated myself as a health guardian, and my friends from around the world are similar. They're leaders, like Brian Clement, the director of Hippocrates in West Palm Beach. That's a doctor. It's a world famous health retreat, but it allows you to educate yourself about what needs to be done. Dr. George Malcolm is Hallelujah Acres in Shelby, North Carolina, back to biblical principle. I don't care how you go at it. You can go at it to the first page in the Bible, which says Genesis 1:29. I've given you the food. I've given you the seeds. How's it say? I've given you the seeds, and I've given you the herbs. I think it's the herbs of seeds, and the fruit of the tree. To you that shall be as food. It's been a while since I read Genesis 29. I'm going to have to reread it. Now, the other thing is, you don't have to come to it from a biblical sense. Just come to it from a health sense. You have a body, and you need to feed the body. Now, the better you feed the body, the better off you are, because it's not the food in your life, it's the life in your food. And then when you get right down to it, it's not only the food that we put in our mouth, but it's what we can assimilate through maybe in addition to enzymes in our body. Let's get on to the second biggest problem, and that is the economical problem. Once we have a body to live for, then we need to make sure we have enough money to live out our life with in the same lifestyle that we choose to live. You know, the JOB that I grew up with, it's a thing of the past. Anyone that believes in the corporate structure to take care of you, I believe that you're being very foolish, because I know what I've seen in the last 10 years, that the middle class is going away. You're either going to become part of the super rich or the super poor. So I would encourage you not to look at the JOB as a career, especially the young people out there. You need to look at what's going to make a difference in your life. You need to get a book written by Robert T. Kiyosaki. He's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a business of the 21st century. And I saw an individual make $1 million a month in that industry 25 years ago. So I know it works. And there's a company right now that is the second fastest, I've been told, it's the second fastest network marketing company in America. And the name of the company is ASEA. It increases the cellular communication between your cells, which strengthens your immune system. And when you look at the job where you trade your hours for dollars, you only have so many hours. But if you use the method of geometric math, which is the eighth wonder of the world, you can experience and enjoy the efforts of many. Would you rather have 100% of your effort, or would you rather have the effort of 1% of 100 people? I would rather have the effort of 1% of 100 people than 100% of my own effort, because as long as I'm being paid for the hours I put in, when I quit putting the hours in, I no longer get paid. Now, there's some major problems, so let's get our heads out of the sand and let's identify the problems. Let's look at the symptoms. I'm looking for leaders. I'm looking for people that want to make a difference, not only in their own life, but in the lives of the children of the world. Because children being born today 33.33% of the children being born today are being born with adult onset diabetes. I think that it's criminal that adults, senior citizens, reaching the age of 65, 85% of them are going to be obese, dead, or dead broke. We need to take responsibility for our own health and then take responsibility for our own wealth. So I would like you to contact me. Please leave your email, contact information, and there will be a free gift attached to this program. And let's eliminate the problems. Let's all of us become abundant. This direct marketing company that I mentioned, ASEA, you need to check it out and realize that you don't have to change your lifestyle completely to strengthen your immune system. And the only thing that makes us sick, ladies and gentlemen, is a weak immune system. The only thing that heals us is a strong immune system. And there's not a doctor one in the history of medicine that has ever cured or healed a patient. All healing lies within the miracle at the cellular level, and when your cell is receiving all the nutrients and properly hydrated, and you can repair your cell, you can replace your cell, but if you're not giving your body the nutrition to do this, then you pay the consequences and the title of disease or symptoms of disease, no matter what they are. So please join me as a fellow health guardian, and let's stop the insanity that's being visited on our children, because autism used to be 1 in 10,000. Now it's 1 in 67, I believe, and it's projected by the year 2012 to be 50% of our children. You know, divorce, the statistics indicate it's 73% of our people that get married end up in divorce. A lot of people say the biggest problem is because of financial. So if you want your marriage to get together, become independently knowledgeable about the business of the 21st century. And let's have fun, let's communicate, let's help each other, let's build a relationship based on truth, not just about the wherewith of what you can acquire or what you can sell or market. But let's educate ourselves and educate others about the real problems of our society. I'm all about God and country, and I'm going to tell you something. This is the greatest nation on earth, and I believe that we should start speaking and seeking the truth to stop the insanity visited on our children, because our children are being imprisoned not behind bars, but in their own minds and bodies. And we, as adults, have accomplished the most difficult task in our life. We learned how to talk and we learned how to walk, and then we allowed other people to place their paradigms on us. I think it's about time that we stop believing in the rope of sand, the lies and deception that are delivered through the largest income reducer in the world. It's called your TV. So let's get on with life, because life is not a dress rehearsal. This is the real deal. And let's have fun. So I look forward to meeting you, and I want to become the expert in your life on health and wealth. So see you soon, have a glorious day, and enjoy the free gift. Thank you.